message to take home. We are all talented people. Bart Simpson has talent. Even Homer Simpson has talent. The important thing is to discover them, to unveil them, and capitalize them. Of course, with talents such as Lisa's or Magic's, we would have many more opportunities. But despite everything, we all have talents. This is shown in the Declaration of Ágora Talentia. How can we capitalize on that talent? The real challenge? Well, I'm going to illustrate it with a concrete example. This boy, you see here, maybe you know, you are familiar with him. It could be an anonymous boy. Then a person called Valdemar discovers him and sets the first step to convert him, to transform him in that guy that's called Pelé. He's the best athlete of the 20th century. Maybe Rafael Nadal will be the best athlete in the 21st century, but of course, Pelé was the best one in the last century. First challenge is to discover talent. The best metaphor would be a radar. Second challenge, valorize it. This is a casting environment. If you try to combine talents and match them to the needs and roles. So we do it every day, and it's an important task of the leader and of the top managers. Third challenge that has been repeatedly mentioned today and yesterday, we shouldn't end there in the process there. We want every person to become a driving force, so they need to be passionate. So we need Cupido that would shoot there and become a proactive agent, a person that struggles every day so that the company is successful. As such, this last point introduces a fundamental aspect. Managing corporate dreams could be the main goal of a manager. So I've coined this new concept. Business management should be another discipline with the same rights as others. So we should coin this new concept so as to transfer this spirit to each of our employees. We have a very close example, the comparison between Washington in 1963 and Washington 2009. Every dream can come true, even the wildest ones. So to remember an image, I would remember this one. I tell this message to many of my employees. Peter Brook coined a concept which was the T men and women, vertical and horizontal axis, specialist and generalist. But I speak about H women and men. This H, on the lower side, we have a corset, a restriction, a constriction. The world is finite, so that is what you ask every employee. So the must is the word there. You should do this, you must do this, you must do that. It's a common denominator for all the profiles at a company. But we need to liberate the upper part. An infinite world could be inspirational. We can release all the hidden potential there. The can is imposes. Imagination comes to power, so the management of talent should release all this. Just a brief comment. How can we achieve this in each of our companies? 6,500 employees of Everis are owners of the company. So they face a much more complex challenge, that of owner, of employee, of employer. So that helps them untangle their hidden potentialities. Can against must. we can achieve it. That was the football national team. They managed to win the European Championship, and the Obama's example. Yes, we can. So we want all this to be tangible in our management methodology. There are many ways of achieving this goal. This is a very good quote. The one that says that he cannot do something is often interrupted by somebody that is already doing that. A recurrent question. Any of you, what are you dreaming about when you had this shower this morning, when you were shaving, you men? What was the next challenge? And extrapolating this question, we could ask the same one to each of the employees. What are your employees dreaming about now? If they are not dreaming, you have a problem. Next station, next point, I'd like to tackle a topic that is confusing all the people that are managing talent. There is something out there that is not a crisis and that will change the world we live in. It's already doing it, in fact. There is something very big out there that can be interpreted in several ways. Williams speaks about weapons of mass collaboration. Digital identity, digital democracy, the plethora of new possibilities cannot be compared to anything. Another way of seeing it is the new generation of presidents 2.0. Obama is the first success case that capitalizes on the web and its benefits. So how could this contribute to success? Nobody can tell with clarity, but it has played an active role, I'm sure about that. We are sure about that. Another way of understanding the magnitude, the extent of what is moving on is a clear indicator. The number of books on management that are being published. The more gurus there are on management, the bigger the cake to share. So all these indicators allow us to understand that is coming, that is changing all the paradigms and the mindsets. You can call it Nintendo generation, a generation 2.0, 3.0, etc. Whatever you call it, it's a new way of thinking, acting, living, and being that is not that of our children. It's already in our companies. Therefore, there is a new type of customer. We must reinvent the concept of employee, the concept of customer. So Tapset and Williams urge us to reinvent the concept of company, of business. We must move apart from the concepts of transaction and operation. We have coined it as the prosumer generation. We use Nintendos, iPods, Twitters, etc. The paradigm is changing. The role is changing. That is the important thing. From the classic consumer, there is a mingling between consumer and producer. So the limits are blurred. So those prosumers are buying our products, or they are the children of those that buy our products. Linking this to the fact of understanding it as an asset, we should speak about P enterprises, prosumer enterprises. The new generation of talent in the business world should understand and capitalize on the P concept. So we should integrate the concept of prosumer both internally and externally, and understand how every person can contribute to the advancement of our companies. Are you prosumers?